Hello and welcome back to the Master Civil Engineering. In this video, you will learn that how to prepare a detailed estimate for the construction of an RCC box culvert. Okay, in Excel, I will be showing you step-by-step procedure to prepare this estimate of box culvert and all the items which we require for constructing an RCC box culvert. Okay, I have already shown you the cross section of this RCC box culvert. Okay, so length of our culvert is 6 meter, width or span of our culvert is 2 meter, and height is 2 meter. So we will be accordingly preparing the estimate for these length, width and height of this RCC box culvert. Okay, clear opening is 2 meter cross 2 meter, so you can see the clear opening of this culvert is 2 meter cross 2 meter. Okay, so culvert is actually a short span bridge. It's a structure that is typically a tunnel or conduit that allows water to flow under a road. Okay, so it is designed to manage water drainage and prevent flooding. Okay, so culverts are essentially maintaining water flow and ensuring the integrity of the road infrastructure. Okay, so this is the cross section of the RCC box culvert. Okay, you can also see the 3D picture of the RCC box culvert. Okay, this is the length, okay, the width or the span of the culvert, okay, and the height of the culvert. Okay, we will be focusing on this cross section in this estimate. Okay, so the first item which we require at site for RCC box culvert is the first we have to do the earthwork in bulk excavation. Okay, and I am preparing this estimate using my SOR, that is tool of rates. Okay, you can prepare the estimate according to your own schedule of rates in your country. The procedure, the items will remain same, only the rates of the items will differ in your country. Okay, so from this video you will get an idea that how to prepare a detailed estimate for a RCC box culvert. Okay, so the first item which I have is earthwork in bulk excavation by mechanical means. Okay, this is the item from the SOR. The rate of this item is 187.3 Indian rupees. Okay, the estimate is prepared in Indian rupees. Okay, for my culvert the length is 6 meter. Okay, and width or span is 2 meter, height is 2 meter. Okay, so length of the length of the culvert is 6 meter. I will do excavation little bit more length than the length of the culvert. So let us take the length to be 6.2 meter. Okay, excavation should be of larger length width than the required structure. Okay, so length let us take is 6.2. width we require this is the width of the opening, which is 2 meter, but width at the bottom is shown as, for which we are laying the stone soling and mud made, and also the raft is 3.3 meters. Okay, and we will do excavation little bit larger than this, so let us take it 3.5 meter, that is 0.1 meter extra on both sides. Okay, and height will depend that on your river bed level, that how much depth you are going from the river bed. Okay, here the height, it is the height of this opening 2 meter. Okay, but the excavation height may be different, and it will depend according to your site. In my site, let us take it as 2 meter also the depth of the excavation, so the total quantity of the earthwork will be 43.4, which is the multiplication of the length, breadth and depth of the excavation. Okay, rate for this item is 187.3, so the total amount is 8,128 Indian rupees. Okay, after that the next thing which you will, after excavation, which you will do is that you will lay the hand packed stones at the site for the leveling of the ground. Okay, the thickness of this stone soling bed I have taken is 200 mm. So length for which I will lay this is 6 meter, which is the length of the culvert. Okay, and 3.3 meter is the width at the bottom, so 3.3 meter, and thickness of this layer is 0.2 meter, that is 200 mm. Okay, and after the voids deduction, that is 15% void deduction, total quantity will be 85% of this quantity, which is 3.366 cubic meters. Okay, and market rate for this item is 850 India rupees per cubic meter. So total amount will be quantity multiplied by the rate per cubic meter, which is 2861 Indian rupees. Okay, the next item which I will lay on the stone soling is mud mate, which is a lean concrete mix of 1:4:8 ratio, that is 1 cement, 4 sand and 8 aggregates, and its thickness is 100 mm. Okay, so same will be the quantity, that is 1 into 6 is the length, 3.3 meter is the width, and 0.1 is the thickness. The quantity is 1.98 cubic meter. Rate of this item in SOR is 5202.9 India rupees per cubic meter. So total amount for 1.98 cubic meters will be 10,301 Indian rupees. Okay, after that the next items are the reinforced cement concrete, that is providing and laying in position reinforced concrete, including curing but excluding the cost of centering and shuttering, is to be paid separately. The mix for this I have taken is M20, that is 1:1.5:3. Okay, 1 cement, 1.5 coarse sand and 3 ratio of stone aggregates, and a nominal size should be 20 mm. Okay, so first item in this will be the RCC raft. Okay, which will be laid on full width of 3.3 meter. Thickness of this RCC raft will be 450 mm. Okay, and length will be equal to the length of the culvert. So quantities for the RCC raft is 1 is the number, 6 is the length of the culvert. Okay, 3.3 meter is the width, and 0.45 is the depth of the RCC raft, which is 8.91 cubic meter. Rate of this item in SOR is 7,788.4 India rupees per cubic meter. So total amount for this will be 69,394 Indian rupees. Okay, the next item after the raft is the RCC abutments. Okay, that is 2 side walls of the culvert. Their thickness is 350 mm. Okay, and also the offset which I have provided on left and right side of the culvert is 300 mm, and this offset will be also provided on the front and the back side, that is on this side and this side. So length of these abutments will be less than the length of the raft. Okay, if 300 mm is the offset, so length of the abutment will be 1 into 5.4, that is 0.6 will deduct from the 0.3 will deduct from front and end, which is 0.6. So length of the abutment will be 5.4. Okay, and width of the abutment is that is 350 mm. Sorry, there are 2 abutments, so 2 numbers, 5.4 into 0.35, and their depth is equal to 2 meters. Okay, so the quantity for the abutment is 2 into 5.4 into 0.35 into 2, which is 7.6 cubic meters. Rate for this item, which is the you have to provide, that is reinforced concrete in abutment. So for rate of this item in SOR is 9,395.4 India rupees per cubic meter. So total amount for this will be 71,031 rupees, 31 Indian rupees. Okay, for the cost of the abutments. After that you will lay the slab, RCC slab, on the abutments. Okay, these all 3 structures should be monolithic, that is erection of the steel should be continuous from the raft into the abutments up to the slab level. Okay, it should be a monolithic construction, but you have to estimate the quantities separately to prepare an estimate. Okay, slab will be 1, length of the slab will be same as length of the abuts, that is 5.4. thickness of the slab is 450 mm. Okay, and width of the slab is, that is 200 plus 350 mm plus 350 mm, which is 2700 mm, that is 2.7 meters is the width of the slab, and thickness is 0.45. So the total quantity is 6.0 6.561 cubic meters. Okay, rate for this item, which is providing and laying in position specified grade of reinforced concrete in suspended floor. Slab is a suspended floor, so rate for this item in SOR is 9,821.85 India rupees. So total amount for this for 6.56 cubic meter is 64,441 Indian rupees is the rate for providing and laying in position reinforced cement concrete in slabs. Okay, the next item, which is the wheel guard. Okay, wheel guard is provided at the top of the slab. It is just to prevent the vehicle from slipping, so that is the purpose of the wheel guard. Okay, so wheel guard will be provided over the full width of the slab, that is 2.7 meter. Thickness of wheel guard is 300 mm, and let us take the width of the wheel guard, which will be not shown in the cross section, as 0.25 meter. Okay, that is approximately 10 inches. Okay, so wheel guard is one number, length will be same 5.4, width will be also same, no sorry, width will be 0.25 meters, and thickness or depth will be 0.3, that is 300 mm. Okay, rate for this item again in the SOR, it's also the suspended floor, is 9,821.85 India rupees. So total amount for 0.405 cubic meters will be 3,977 Indian rupees. Okay, after that, the next item which we require is the steel reinforcement for RCC. Since we are using reinforced cement concrete, so we need to know the quantity of the steel reinforcement which we require for this reinforced cement concrete. Okay, so item 5 is steel reinforcement for RCC work, including straightening, cutting, bending, and placing in position and binding all wires. And we are using thermomechanically treated bars of Fe 500D or more. Okay, so since we are preparing an estimate, we don't require here to design the actual culvert, so we are just estimating the quantity of the steel reinforcement, and according to the thumb rule, the quantity which we require will be from 100 kg to 125 kg per cubic meter. Since our total RCC quantity, which is the sum of raft, abutment, slab, wheel guard, is 23.436, and we are assuming that we will require 125 kg per cubic meter. It's a thumb rule. Okay, so total quantity will be simply 125 into 23.436, which will be equal to 2,929.5 kgs. Okay, this is according to the thumb rule. Actual steel which we will require, which will be less than this quantity at site, it will depend upon the bar bending schedule, that what type of steel we are using, whether we are using 16 mm, 20 mm. Okay, but it will be less than this quantity. Okay, when you will design the culvert, which I will show you in the next video, the actual quantity of the steel required will be less than this quantity. So according to the thumb rule, 100 to 125 kg per cubic meter of steel is sufficient for this reinforced cement concrete. Okay, and in estimate, you don't require to show the actual steel details. You can assume the quantity of steel according to the thumb rule. Okay, for different items it is different. Okay, for plain slab it will be 100 to 110 kg per cubic meter. For beams it will be 150 to 180 kg per cubic meter, and similarly for columns it can go up to 200 kg per cubic meter. Okay, since culvert, for the culvert we have the raft, abutments, and slab, so we are assuming that the quantity according to the thumb rule will not exceed 125 kg per cubic meter. Okay, rate for this item is 123.2 Indian rupees per kg. So total amount for this will be 3,60,914 Indian rupees. Okay, after that, the next item is the centering and shuttering. Okay, which will include strutting, propping, and removal of the formwork. Okay, so you have to estimate the rates for the formwork. So first formwork which we will use is for the raft. Okay, so 1 into raft length is it's the raft length, so raft length is 6 meters. Okay, and it's sorry raft length is 6 meter and width of the raft is 3.3 meter. So for two sides it will be 2 6 plus 3.3, which will be equal to 9.3. So 2 into 9.3 will be the perimeter of the raft, and the height of the raft is 450 mm, because centering and shuttering formwork is measured in square meters. Okay, so 2 into 9.3, and the depth is 0.45, so 8.37 square meter is the centering and shuttering required for the raft. Rate for this item is 286.35, since it is to be provided in foundations. Okay, so total amount for this will be 2396.75 Indian rupees. Okay, next centering and shuttering will be for the abutments. Okay, so assume the quantity, calculate the quantity for the one abutment and then multiply it by 2 to get the quantity for the two abutments. Length of the abutment is 5.4, width is 0.35. Okay, so 2 is for one abutment into 2 for two abutments. Length plus width 5.4 plus 0.35 will be 5.75, and height for this is 2 meters. So this will be equal to 46 square meter. Okay, and rate for this item which is for the abutments is 628.95 India rupees per square meter. So total will be 28,931 Indian rupees. After that, for the slab is one number. Okay, so for opening, width of the slab is 2 meter, length is 5.4. So simply it will be 5.4 multiplied by 2, which is 10.8 square meter. Okay, rate for this item, that is providing centering and shuttering and suspended floors, is 718.2 India rupees per square meter. So total for this item will be 7,756.56 Indian rupees. Okay, for slab sides, okay, since we will take one side, that is this length plus breadth, and multiply it by 2 to calculate the perimeter. So length of the slab is 5.4, width is 3.3. Okay, so the length length of the slab is 5.4 plus width will be equal to 2.7. So 5.4 plus 2.7, which will be equal to 8.1, and multiply it by the width of the depth of the slab, which is 0.45. So total quantity is 7.29 square meters. Okay, 2 into 8.1 is just the perimeter of the slab. Okay, so total for this will be 8,347.78, because the rate for this item in SOR, that is for slab sides, is 1145.1 India rupees per square meter. Next will be for the wheel guard. Okay, so for wheel guard, length is 5.4, width will be 2.7. Okay, width will be length for this is 2.7 meter, because wheel guard is provided along this direction. So width 2.7 plus width of the wheel guard, which is 0.2, so 0.25. So 2 into 2.7 plus 0.25, which will be equal to 2 into 2 into 2.95. okay, because wheel guard is on two sides. Okay, that's why this is a 2 for two sides. 2 into 2.95 is the perimeter of the wheel guard. Okay, and its depth is 0.3 meter, so total is 3.54 square meters. Rate for this item in SOR is again 1145.10 India rupees per square meter, so total will be 4053 Indian rupees. Okay, this was for the centering and shuttering. Next is that after excavation you have to do the filling of the hollow space which is between the abutments and the left side and right side of the culvert. Okay, so you will fill it with the RBM. So we have two abutments that is on two sides. Okay, length of the culvert is 6. Let us take the width of the filling, which will depend on your site conditions. Let us assume it on higher sides to be 3 feet, so 0.9, and let us take the depth up to the slab bottom. Okay, that is 2 plus 0.45, that is depth of this abutment plus depth of the slab 0.45 plus this depth of mud made plus soling, so 2 plus 0.45 plus 0.1 plus 0.2, so it will be 2.75. okay, so total will be 2 multiplied by 6 multiplied by 0.9 multiplied by 2.75, which is 29.7 cubic meters. Rate for this item in the market is 900 Indian rupees per cubic meter, so total will be 26,730 Indian rupees. Okay, the last item is the carriage for stone aggregate and sand up to the lead of 10 kilometers, so its quantity will be 135%. okay, of item number 4 and 5. Item number 4 is this item number, sorry, it will be item number 3 plus item number 4. Item number 3 is quantity is 1.98 cubic meter and sum of quantity of item number 4 is 23.46, so it will be for item number 3 and 4. okay, and multiply it with 1.35. 1.35 is due to bulking. okay, because here we are wet weight will be greater than the dry weight, so I'm taking a factor of 1.35 times quantity 3, that is 1.98, plus quantity sum of quantities of item number 4, which is 23.436. okay, so this is the total quantity for which we have to pay the carriage, and in my SR rate for an lead of 10 kilometers is 370 India rupees per cubic meter, so total will be 12,695.29 Indian rupees. okay, and the total cost for constructing this estimate will be the sum of amount of all the items from 1 to 8. okay, so total sum is 6,81,963 India rupees, so in lakhs it will be 6.82 lakhs. okay, so this is how you can prepare a detailed estimate for an RCC box culvert. I hope you have got some idea that how we prepare the detailed estimate for this RCC box culvert and all the items which you will require. okay, I hope this solution video was clear and effective and you definitely learned something new. okay, you can now prepare an estimate according to your own country by simply multiplying the quantity with the rates in your country. okay, items will remain same. You can also increase the mix if you've found that this is not a suitable mix for you. You can increase the mix for abutments, take it at higher mix. okay, for the raft, for the slab, and also for the abutments. okay, but the items will remain same. okay, I hope the solution video was clear and effective and you definitely learned something new. If you found this video helpful, you can subscribe to my channel and share this video with your friends. Thanks for watching Master Civil Engineering and stay tuned.